welcome. We're glad that you're able to join us for our community prayer time today. These last few months, we have not gathered in our Dayspring Chapel to pray, but we are praying together just from different places. And these days, it feels even more important to stay connected to our spiritual life and to one another. So for this month, we are exploring the theme of trust in God. L'Arche Canada invites us to focus on a different core value every 2 months. And trust in God is a core value developed through the L'Arche Servant Leadership Model. We've invited a number of guests and community members this month to share how trust in God is nurtured and how it anchors our daily life. Traditionally, we begin our gatherings by remembering members of our community, our family, and friends who are no longer with us, but continue to be present with us as our community of saints. Now, I invite you to take a moment to allow the bell to call us into prayer.
Great, that's why.
That's right. And today we're thinking about All Saints, All Souls.
Yes, all days is it the war die?
That's right. To think about the people that we've loved who have died And
Right?
they're our saints, aren't they?
Yes, Wendy.
And I wanted to share with people something that one of my favorite saints said, and that's Julian of Norwich. And she said this amazing thing. She said, "From God we come,
Thank God, look,
in God we are enfolded,
here for it.
and to God we
To
return."
God, I provide the thing.
So what that means is, before we're even born, we live in God. We live in the heart of God.
Right?
And then as we, in God, we are enfolded, it means that we're always surrounded by God's love here.
Right?
And in the gospel today, Jesus says that the Father and I come and make our home in you. So God lives in each one of us, is at home in us. And that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Right?
And then Julian says, to God we return. So we belong in the heart and home of God here and now. And when we die, we return to that heart and home.
Right, Wendy, you got it.
Yeah. So that's what we're celebrating today, that
Right?
we want to give thanks for the saints who have gone home to the heart of God, but also trust the truth that all of us are home in God's heart now.
Right?
That's where we live.
Right, Wendy, you got it.
Thank you, Marianne. You're such an encourager.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Okay, wait a minute, Wendy.
can I just say one more thing, and then we're going to talk about your slides, okay?
Okay,
Um,
I can't wait.
okay. Henry Nouwen, who was our pastor many years ago, he used to say that in L'Arche, we have a vocation or a mission to create home on the way home. So in other words, our homes or our places of belonging
This too.
are places where
No, myself. No doubt.
we get glimpses of what it's like to be home with God. And so the people around us, which is what we're going to talk about, Marianne,
I'm
give
here.
a glimpse of how God is present to us, because each face is actually a God's face for us. So we want to talk about that as we look at your slides. So who is that in your slide with you right there?
So I pray for Karen,
Yeah,
Karen Smart,
yeah.
and I pray for Ed too.
So
These
those
are my parents.
are your parents.
That's why.
And how do you know, what do you know when you are with your parents?
I'm a minute happy. That's why.
Feel happy.
Yeah, it's a Monday.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah. And you look pretty happy there, and they look happy,
Wendy,
and they look happy to be with you.
right?
Yeah.
And friends forever. And
Yeah,
a friend for Karen.
yeah.
And a friend for Ed.
And
That's why.
do you feel loved when you're with them?
Yep.
Yeah,
And a friend forever.
yeah. And you don't live with them anymore, Marianne. You don't have your home with them, but
I
you,
live in a broken house. That's why.
that's right. But
Hey,
you're,
Wendy.
yeah,
Next Friday to multi weekend. You know it.
Community Day, that's right.
See me back soon.
Yeah. So
Next Friday I'm here on
okay,
Friday.
that's good.
That's why for the multi dinner.
Can we look at some of your other slides?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let's see.
Jenna doing nails done.
So there you are with
Good friend.
She's a good friend,
And Jenna doing nails done.
right?
And Jenna be happy mood. now on,
So you and Jenna are good friends, aren't you?
right?
And
And Jenna make the cookies.
and you'd like to make cookies together?
Yeah, Jenna, yeah.
Beautiful.
That's why.
Let's look at the next slide.
So
Oh, wow.
they'll come in sunshine and they'll make the coffee in the morning.
Uh-huh. He
So
makes you coffee?
make that day on my life,
Yeah. You look pretty happy to be with one another.
right?
So you have a nice friendship with Daryl.
Yeah, friends up. We get good friends. And then Moody.
Yeah.
Now, now, come on.
Okay, maybe we'll look at the next slide.
Oh,
Oh,
Seafood. Seafood turn on the blind. And Seafood to say, "Hi, Seafood. Hi, I'm here. Sunshine.
yeah.
So where you been, Seafood?
So
So I'll pay for you. Your parents, Seafood. That's
you're
why.
you're really a nice friend to Sifu, and he really likes to have you around, doesn't he?
Yeah, Seafood kiss my cheek. Seafood, good friend, pal. Seafood, you're nice brothers.
Yeah.
Seafood, you're the best friend forever.
So
That's
Marianne,
why.
these are all people that you live with at Brookwood House, and you really have made your home with them.
Right?
And you're very sensitive because with each person, you have learned how to be caring and how to love them. And you've really have a place of belonging in your relationships with them. And you have a place of belonging and love with your parents. So home is a place where we love and where we belong and where we learn to care for others, right?
Right?
Yeah. And you told me that you like to make nice dinners and you take up the garbage and you pray together.
Right? Neil, go ahead.
And you do those things because you do it to be a good friend, right?
Right?
And to show love. Yeah. Maybe we can look at the next slide.
So,
Oh,
free George, you're a good friend.
uh,
And the free George, you make it nice. Nice food and make the cookies, make loaf, and everything done.
so you got to know Thelis when she was living at Elgin Wood, where Gordy lives now, right?
Right, nice thing. And free George, you, my angel.
Yeah. So Thelis died a few years ago now, 5 years ago.
Right,
Yeah. And you and Thelis really grew in your relationship with one another.
right,
Yeah. And Marianne, you knew that Thelis used to live at Brookwood House, and she was really sad about not living there anymore, and she really missed people.
right.
And every time that you went to see Thelis, the first
And
thing,
me too, Wendy.
that's right, Daryl. But the first thing, Marianne, that you always said to Thelis was, Sifu says hi for you.
Right,
Somehow you knew that Thelis really missed Sifu, and you helped her to know that Sifu still remembered her, and everybody in the house still remembered her. And
right. Now go ahead.
yeah, and Thelis really grew to love you and look forward to your visits. Do you remember the day that she offered you her recipe for meatloaf? You
I
remember?
know it.
Yeah. So you
Right,
have that as in your recipe book, right?
right,
Yeah. And even when she grew weaker and she couldn't lift up her head anymore and she was just lying in bed, you would come in and you would kneel beside her bed and you would look her in the eyes and you would just say, I'm here, Thelis George. And you would just smile at her and she would smile back. And it was really beautiful. You would both kind of light up as you looked at one another. You really received the gift of Thelis and she received your gift. I think you really found home with one another.
right,
Yeah, it was really beautiful. So I think when we're at home in friendships, We learn to be ourselves, and we can learn to love and trust and be faithful, and we become who we truly are. We're shaped, I think, and transformed by our friendships so that we can become fruitful and give life to others. And those that we are at home with now become revelations of God and how we're held in the home and heart of God. And so we want to give thanks too for our saints who live in God's heart now. So maybe Marianne, you can help me say that quote from Julian again to end. From God we come.
Come.
In God we are enfolded.
To
To God we return.
return.
Thank you, Marianne.
Ruah, Ruah, breath of God within us. Ruah, Ruah, Spirit of our God. The Spirit of God within us crumbles the ancient walls, building a new creation. The Spirit of our God. Ruah, Ruah, breath of God within us. Ruah, Ruah, Spirit of our God. Your power will come to fullness in the weak and the humble child, from the roots of the smallest flower to the hearts of the old and wise. Ruah, Ruah, breath of God within us. Ruah, Ruah, Spirit of our God. Well, old men will wither visions, young men will dream their dreams, women will be our prophets, with children in the lead. Ruah, Ruah, breath of God within us. Ruah, Ruah, Spirit of our God. The dancer of all creation, the singer of living song, beauty from days eternal, the